Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joined by Adam Thornton, the tactics guru of Heart and Hand, and we are both kind of just recovering from another extraordinary night here at Ibrox Stadium as Rangers defeated Red Star Belgrade to give ourselves one hell of a chance of reaching the quarter-finals. A VAR assisted penalty in the first half after Ryan Kent was fouled was spectacularly put away by James Tavernier. Rangers took a 2-goal lead not long after through the king of the Europa League, Alfredo Morelos. Then the game went, there was a stonewaller, to be fair, for Red Star, who'd already had 2 goals disallowed for offside by VAR. They then missed the penalty, or rather Alan McGregor made a spectacular worldie of a save. And into the second half, Red Star had looked very dangerous. Rangers got a third almost immediately. Leon Balogun with a bullet header from a corner. And after that, Rangers, I thought, controlled the second half. A bit of a run at the end from Red Star. Of course, they had another goal ruled out for offside. They weren't having much luck with that, and they hit the bar. But Adam, I actually thought that this was, firstly, a wild 25 minutes. More happened in that 25 minutes than happened in the last 2 Rangers matches. But I felt that we deserved that tonight. Maybe, they were unlucky not to score. I think we can be generous and concede that. But I felt that overall, Rangers' tactical discipline, a phrase we heard both the manager and Leon Balogun use in the post-match interviews, was in fact key. Rangers switched a lot tonight and we saw some unusual things.
We did. I think there was an expectation attached to tonight. Maybe the last round was seen as a bit of a free hit. Getting through against Dortmund, the emotion around the whole night, both nights really. Tonight felt a little bit different. It felt like we deserved to beat this team. I think from the start, there was even pre-game, a lot of fans...
Or rather than deserve, we can.
We can beat this team, yeah. And a lot of fans pre-game saying, there'll be no slouches, this and that. But this is the level we're at in Europe, certainly over the last few months anyway, the last few years, if you want to take it further back. Yes, I think there were points. It's difficult because VAR clouds everything, I think. So you think, we got away with some. We didn't. It was 3 offside goals.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't count. But in terms of chances, etc., absolutely. The first 10 minutes, I thought we weren't great. Penalty for us came at a great time. Correct call, obviously, as we've seen. Fantastic penalty. And then we switched from a back 4 with 3 holding midfielders, if you like, to a back 3 for the rest of the first half. And I thought we dealt with Red Star very well throughout. There were some opportunities that they got through us and we got away with some. There was a fantastic penalty save, as you mentioned, Bill McGregor, a couple of other ones that he did really well with. But that tactical flexibility was really interesting. We've seen Glenn Kamara playing as a number 10 for over an hour, which is not something I thought we'd ever see, and he was very, very good. And then in the second half we switched back to a back 4 because the manager recognised that he maybe wasn't quite getting what he wanted from Lundstrom, I think he said in the press conference, in that back 3, so he moved it back to a back 4. We weathered a storm, as you would expect. We probably, like you said, got away with one in terms of conceding. They had a very good chance from about 35 yards that went over the bar. Still not sure if McGregor gets a touch. There's a bit of...
I think he might have got a touch. I'm prepared to give him it for the penalty save because that was just absolutely vintage Alan McGregor. In terms of the Rangers players, I don't think we had many bad performances. In fact, we didn't. So let's just you can't against a side like that. Because don't be fooled by the result, folks. They can play. Their movement is superb. They zip the ball about. They're constantly asking questions. Rangers have to concentrate. And I thought the back 4, 5, whatever it was excellent. And I thought the guys that stood out for me tonight, Tavernier, Lundstrom, Kamara, in that role where he was disrupting what they were doing, even though he was playing further up. But Alfredo Morelos in these games is just, he's unplayable. And when the ball goes up, it sticks. And then the goal threat.
Yeah, I think that first half, Morelos and Kent did very well. Like you said, the goal threat, the ball sticking, the excitement every time they get the ball. Maybe not as much in the second half. I think the third goal for me killed their spirit a little bit in terms of Red Star, so it's difficult to see. I think there wasn't anyone that I thought was below par. Bassey, I thought was really good again. There were a couple of times where he saved balls that came in the side of the channel and he managed to get his foot on it. Sakala, when he came on, maybe if you want to be critical, was a little bit ill-disciplined. We lost Aribo's strength wide right. I thought he was very good wide right. I thought he did everything that we'd want from him in that position, which is good to see.
I thought the only real time in the second half we were in trouble was we tired sort of 80 to 85, and they might have got one at that
And
point.
with Jack going off, you naturally are just losing that
He was
bit
tremendous.
you lose that bit of gravitas, or
Yes.
that bit of pulling it
That's
together.
exactly
which,
the word. In midfield, he just gives you that composure, and the rest of them clearly all look up
you
to
feel
him.
a bit calmer. He might not have, he got booked early on, could have neutered him a little bit. He maybe didn't snap into his main tackles as he would, but it's just a calming presence in there at this stage. That's what he is, which is fantastic. Interesting, the manager mentioned Aribo wide right. I feel like sometimes he makes a point of mentioning things that no one's asked in press conferences, and then you see it later on. So interesting that if Arfield is out, well, Arfield is out, wasn't in the squad at all. We assume he's injured. It'll be interesting. I think we might see Aribo move. Maybe he's making way for Ramsey. I'm not going to hold my breath on that one, to be honest. But Aribo wide right might be something that we see more frequently under Gio than we have to date.
Well, folks, it was an incredible result, another incredible night. Ibrox had itself one hell of a party. Ty's not done, they're a good side, but we couldn't have asked for much more in terms of a platform to travel over there. So it's good night from me, good night from Adam.
Good night.
And we'll talk to you again on Sunday after Rangers take on Dundee. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.